snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. As you read from the title, we have a very, very special guest in the building today. Thousands of listeners from around the world, literally from around the world. Some plays have close to 1 million plays, everything like that. We have my main man. Man, we go way back. If you know, you know. DG Pacino in the building. Daylan Gideon. Hey, Daylan.
Man, claps. Thank you, man. What's going on?
Man, I can't call it. Like I said, you the first artist that I've had on stream that was planned to come on stream because, you know,
Word.
I've had artists on stream before, but it was like a thing that happened like out of nowhere and stuff like that. Shout out to QX in the building. Say
Yo, we live.
Sure, we live. But yeah, man, shoot, so much to catch up on. Before we really get into the music, man, I gotta ask you about today. Because today some stuff went down and everything like that. And I want to know what you thought about the whole Stephen A. LeBron joint. Like, you know, because Stephen A. done went back at LeBron now and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
what did you think of the whole Stephen A. LeBron going back and forth at it?
I mean, the only one benefiting is Stephen A. Smith. You feel me? He's the only one getting the clicks. LeBron don't get paid to, appear on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So the only one really benefiting is Stephen A. Ultimately, bro, they go a little hard on Bronny, when they talking about him and discussing his game. And, Bronny's had a pretty decent season in the G League. So rightfully so. If I was a father and I was in them shoes, I would do the same thing, broski. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would have done it in a public setting, but I would have still probably got on the phone. I think LeBron was wrong for doing that in a public setting because it's like, bro, you're 6'10, 240. Stephen A's probably 6'4, whatever, but it just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why LeBron did it. But the only one gaining anything is Stephen A. It's just giving him more things to talk about during the week. You feel me? More reasons for them to keep cutting him that check,
That's what
So,
I'm saying. At that game, he was celebrating the 100 mil.
man, it's crazy, right? So, you know how it goes.
Don't I? But I think the main thing I'm thinking right now with the Stephen A. thing, because like you say, Brian go on ESPN today. He really did that as a strategic move to bark
Yeah,
back
for
at
sure.
Stephen A. And it's like Stephen A. respond, and Stephen A. was like, I could have hit him right there. You was not about to hit LeBron James, bro. You gonna, they talking about the whole face of the league. See, you saying it right now. You talking about
Come
the
on,
whole
bro.
face of the league. The face of the league for the past 20 years, you was gonna punch him right there courtside. Like,
Come on. The same Stephen A. who the Democratic Party is really gearing up to be a potential presidential candidate. The same
man.
Stephen A. that said he wants to take a break from doing as many dates so he could talk politics. You're not about to punch nobody. Come on, bro.
Man, they get on you. Like, see, the thing about running, bro, and politics, like, I remember when Obama was running the first time, they was like, he's on this BlackBerry too much. He smokes cigarettes. And I was like, I could never run for president. Like,
Come on, bro.
you're
Every
gonna be
little
bringing up
thing.
something. I'm in second grade. I got a pink slip in the second grade for talking back to the teacher. Like, I just, that's not for me.
Craziness, man. Madness.
But man, this new album, bro, you were tweeting about it before you sent it to me, before you let me get a taste of it and stuff like that. Pause. But
Hmm.
please don't call me, bro. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of them ones. And the thing is, I felt like that ever since you made the switch to loop rapping. Like we spoken about it the last couple interviews and stuff
Yup.
like that. But you just been really consistent once you move to that lane. And I feel like Larry June, obviously, first of all, rest in peace, OG Mako, long live OG Mako, things of that sort.
RP.
Larry June obviously spent some time in Atlanta, College Park and everything like that, went to high school here and stuff. But like I feel like for real, when it comes to the city and the landscape and music, you like the Larry June of Atlanta. Someone who was born and raised here and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And this is continuing to solidify that because on top of the quality, on top of the loops and everything like that, shout out to Brody in the building as well. He said need that new DG.
On our way.
But like on top of all of that, like it's the consistency, bro. Like
Yeah.
because you can do it once, you can do it 2 albums, okay. But when it's like 3, 4, 5, 6, like when you make the switch, what was that year? Like 2021?
Yeah, around that time. Yeah.
2021 to now, so 5 years of consistency. I remember when you weren't uploading them to SoundCloud, and I was like, "You don't upload? I listen on SoundCloud." And so you started backloading like all the stuff on SoundCloud, and
Yep.
you released an album or whatever. And then a couple weeks later, it was another joint, and I texted you. I was like, "Oh, this is fire!" And you was like, "Bro, that came out in 2021, bro. I'm just re-uploading all the stuff." I said,
Yep.
"Man,
Yep.
that joint crazy." But man, like just what's your mindset right now? Like how you feeling? With the output is pretty consistent, everything
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
quality is there. What's your mindset right now?
Man, my mindset, bro, is really just to restore that feeling. I think the guys I respected growing up was, Nipsey, Crit, Larry, Dom, Spitta, Rocky, the era we really came from, bro. It was just a lot of guys putting out a lot of music and a lot of content, but it was great music and it was a lot of great content. And it was, also linking up with like the legends of their time and their era. So that's been my mindset. To start the year, I put out Patino's Way, the EP. That's going crazy. Shout out Apple Music. They're showing out a lot of love, playlists in that project. Um, then I hit them with the joint project last month with Will Hill. That was something we had recorded last year and we just wanted to get out. But bro, I got a studio in my house now. I've been recording a lot of music. I've been really locked in. Please don't call me is really just gonna be like the icing on the cake. This is me finally playing the game, getting the features, working with the people I want to work with. I got the support, I got the team around me. So right now, man, it's foot on the gas, bro. I got so many albums and just projects, excuse me, they're just ready to go. Still working with Thomas Maggart, working with another producer named Gold Matter. He's like a up and coming legend. He's on TikTok, Spotify, going crazy everywhere. So really just really staying locked in, bro, and trying to get out as much content as I can, but making sure that you know, um making music that I feel like I'll be comfortable listening to 10 years from now. And I think that's the biggest difference. Like, I understand the power of my words, understand that the responsibility I have. I got so many fans and people DMing me every day. And I'm like, what? I got to make sure that I'm, just being mindful of what I'm saying, being mindful of what I'm putting out. And I think once that became my mindset, it was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to really make classic shit and I'm going to give it all to the fans, all to the people because this game is not about what you uh did in the past, it's about what you did last. So, I'm just trying to make sure whatever I did last tops the previous thing. You feel me? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, 100%, 100%. Salute on that. I want to ask you, you brought up the thing. I want to make music that I could listen to in 10 years. 10 years
yeah,
ago, not only were you making music 10 years ago, like you had motion 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like this is a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
yeah,
like Kobe 8 and 24. Like this is
yeah,
your 24 era, everything like that. But when you was wearing number 8, like the whole trap thing and stuff like that, it was still bumping out. Like I liked it. That was still some of my favorite SoundCloud era
facts.
music, everything like that. Really all of y'all. Like I was talking to shout out Rob Olu. I was talking to him in like December,
Mm-hmm.
and I had SoundCloud was showing me like my most played songs on SoundCloud or whatever at the time, and your joint with Key was up there, but
Legendary.
what was it, Isaiah Thomas, that one,
Yup, yup, yup,
that one
yup.
was up there, but Rob Olu Holy was up there, and I wanted to show him. I was like, this is like one of my all-time most played tracks on this app, and he's like, wow, that's crazy, that's love, bro. But
Yeah,
it's
no, it's
like
crazy.
I'm saying all of this to really set up the question of 10 years later, 2025, can you comfortably listen to and enjoy 2015 Daylan Gideon?
No, I can't, bro. At the time, like I was young and I was trying to fit in and I was trying to do what I thought was popular and what I saw people get rich and get famous off of. And I'm glad I didn't pop when I popped, or pop back then, excuse me. Like ultimately, bro, I was young. I would have blew through the money, probably been doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Now I'll be 30 this year. So like my mindset is like more family oriented. Like, how can I build a future for like me and my girl? And I'm thinking about all these different types of things. So back then, do I like listening to that? Not really. Sometimes I play it just for the last, but bro, ultimately, those were moments and they helped me get my fan base to a certain level. And when I got with Thomas, it went to a whole different level. And it's going to continue to go to that next level, ultimately. But yeah, it's hard for me to listen to some of them records, just some of the things I was talking about, just being young, dumb, naive, not really understanding. It's like this shit has to live on the internet forever, bro. So like when I got kids, I don't want them to go see me talking about doing Zans and doing Molly and doing like that's not honorable. You know what I'm saying? I want them to hear the things I'm talking about now. Those are honorable things. Like those are the things that I would expect of a man to, you know, the message a man should want to get across to his child or his family or his support group. I want to push the things that I think are important to me. And back then, it was just I was doing what I thought was important to others.
I was having this conversation with Tia Kareen the other day on Twitter of just she
Yeah,
was talking about because she just did Rolling Loud and people clip of course when you perform Rolling Loud people always clip like your most popular song and then post it as a
yeah,
little reel or whatever. So they posted her performing Freaky T. So someone quote tweeted and was like, "Dang, she's still pushing that song," and so it forced her to make a whole tweet like, "Yo, yeah, it's people that still haven't heard Freaky T around the world. It's a large
yeah,
world, this and that. Like I'm gonna push it or whatever." I said, I appreciate you so much because so many people don't play their biggest song or like just like kind of their old popular stuff. Like
yeah, yeah,
Cardi, Cardi don't play anything before self-title. And he'll play self-title and he'll be like, "Oh, this for my fans, I'm doing
yeah,
something."
yeah,
And it's
yeah, yeah,
like, bro, you got so many people that want to hear beef and want to hear Fetty and want to hear Broke Boy, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
and I think about, Tony, shout out Tony Snow. Tony
yeah.
Snow will never like I will have
Oh
to ask
shit.
him, but it's just something that I just ignored. But he'll never play Walked Out Looking Like Money. Like, look what
Yeah.
I got on. He'll never play that. So
Well, let
for
me tell
you,
you.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just recently reached back out to A1 Devon, so we're gonna cook up some more energetic vibes, some things for, a little bit more up tempo. So it's definitely on the way, you know what I'm saying? But I do agree, you should play your back catalog 100%. But I'm a restorative feeling. I
Okay. Oh,
still,
but wait. Okay. All right. All right. Hold
yeah,
on, Dalen. Hold on, Dalen. Wow, that's
yeah,
that's beautiful. We getting back to
yeah,
and you touching on that and stuff like that and paying homage to the past.
yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah,
wouldn't you play some of them joints that got 100,000 on SoundCloud right now on your set? Because I've seen the show.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
for
That
sure.
I wasn't there at one of the last shows in Atlanta, but I made the one before that.
Yep,
And
yep,
it was all the new stuff from 20, the new
yeah,
DG.
yeah, yeah,
It was all Pacino. Pacino and DG is two different artists.
for
So
sure,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So it's like it was all Pacino. So like would you ever, you know what I'm saying? Is it just depending on set time or whatever? If you had a set that was like 50 minutes, then you would play some of those older joints just, to give people that and then,
Yeah.
kind of go back to the other stuff.
So, ultimately, bro, like 2026, I want to drop Talking Like It's Me and You Too, and I want to drop For My Dogs too. So, For My Dogs too, there's no For My Dogs two without For My Dogs one. So, if that happens, by the grace of God, me and Devin can get on the same, wavelength and we can make that happen. And, definitely I'll do like a show where I do the original For My Dogs, I do some of the older stuff and do the new For My Dogs. Like that's where I see my 2026 being. Like that's like me capping off the run. Like yeah, like my victory lap. You know what I mean? So that definitely is a possibility of it happening for sure.
When you say capping off the run, what do you mean?
Just capping off the run that I've been on right now, bro. I think that I've been on a run of me just dropping a lot of classic, timeless things, and I think that if I continue to do what I'm doing this year. By the end of next year, it's like I think I really will have my flowers in this game that I deserve. Not to say that I don't get them already, but I think it'll be, more of a worldwide thing of like, okay, like yeah, like he's arrived, he's here. Like I still feel like I'm on my way, bro. Like the millions of plays, the followers, the likes, like it's cool. The comments is cool, but I'm still on my way. But I know if I kill this 2025, I think 2026 is when I have like that Wiz Khalifa rolling papers type of moment. You know what I mean? Like there was a transition from cushion orange juice to rolling papers. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that 2026 I'm building it up to have my moment where it's like, damn, like this kid, like he's arrived, like he's here, So yeah,
And I definitely have to shout out Boldy James and Nicholas Craven too, because like Boldy dropping like so far,
crazy.
it's what is it? The fourth month? It's the third month of the year. Boldy's probably dropped like 3, 4 projects already.
Yeah,
he dropped the trap one, and then he dropped like his regular
yeah,
sound stuff with 3 other ones. Um, it's so much I want to get to you about, but before we get into the project of the notes that I took with the project,
yeah,
but
for sure.
you talking about Thomas working with Thomas and stuff like that. I saw Alicia G post. She was like, "I'm looking for producers," and
Hmm.
like while I get it, a part of me was like, you and Trini V worked so well on that part. Like that was one of my favorite
Hmm.
albums of 2024 because it's like I felt like she found the perfect producer for her and her sound, and that's what made her stand out as an artist. Is just that like video game trap 808 sound and stuff like that
Yup.
that she had with Trini V. And obviously you, like you said, you and Thomas have been on this run for a minute now. He's kind of like the sound of the Pacino era. When you think of
Yeah,
Elephant in the Room and stuff like that, and all the different other tracks that are so popular right now online and everything, is Thomas. He's attached
yeah.
to it. So, what do you think is the importance of kind of like having him at the hip and kind of that continuity of producer and artist?
Yeah, man, I just got back from New York with him. You know what I'm saying? Last weekend. The biggest takeaway I can say is Thomas keeps me young. He keeps me just knowing what's going on in his game within the underground, what's new, what's fresh, what's hot, like who to work with. Like I'm really just like following him and Scream, my manager you met last time when we did an interview. I'm following their playbook, like this is all Thomas, this is all Screen. I'm following their playbook. Like if I'm LeBron, they're JJ. That's JJ Redick and whoever I think Lloyd
Maverick
Pierce
Carter.
is their assistant coach, or you could say Maverick Carter, whoever, Rich Paul, whatever. But I'm just following their lead, bro. I'm waking up. I'm every day. Thomas is really crafting the soundscape for me. He's giving me his best beats, and I know sometimes he gets frustrated with me because this album we've been working on it since 2023, and I put out other albums in the meantime, but I know this moment means a lot to him. But he's going to get his flowers, and I just appreciate everything he does. He puts his life on hold for me to be able to just make me look better and make me be the artist that I want to be. And like it's rare that you find someone who cares about what you do as much as they do, that we equally care about this Daylan Gideon brand and what we're building. And like I said, I'm just appreciative, overly appreciative, because he's only 19, bro. You know what I mean? Like I met this man through
Wait,
somebody else.
he was making these loop beats at 16.
Yeah, bro, just sending them to me over the
Oh, he an
internet.
old
You know what
head,
I'm
ain't
saying?
it?
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's like, he had to like beg his mom to come to Atlanta the first time. And she was like, when you turn 18, and like, she had to have my location and all of these different things. But, man, he's 19, but he's really 25 mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really ahead of the curve. And like I said, bro, I'm really working with a young legend, and it's a honor for me to be able to, just call him a brother, and just be able to work on music with him.
100%. He's on his way in the loop scene 100%. Like, you
Yeah,
think
for sure.
like Alchemist is like a 40-year-old something dude with the cigarette in the corner of his mouth, chopping out the reach. And this is like a
Yeah,
19-year-old doing this. Like, that's really impressive that
yeah,
he's even
bro.
like, this is where I'm drawn to. This is like where I'm going, the direction of rap that I like.
Yup.
Because when I hear like loop rap, I'm thinking like it's just people like our age,
Yeah.
right? And
And
like
Thomas
older.
is not a he's not a culture vulture either. That's the thing. Like a lot of people be culture vultures. Like he be putting me on the soul records and R&B records and shit that I never heard of. He be showing me shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, he's a student of his game, and I always want people to respect him as that. There's a lot of people that get into this game and they don't do the due diligence to like learn their craft. So I just had to throw that out there while you was, going on.
You
Yeah,
went there. You went there.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a couple names. All right. This ain't no club Shay Shay, but I do want to go there. Just go there a little bit, real quick.
Yeah,
Real
let's
quick.
go, man. I'm giving real answers tonight.
Ian. Is Ian a culture vulture?
For me, it's kind of like, you want to know why I say no, in my opinion, because I feel like he's not, it's like he doesn't try to act like something that he's not. I think if anything, music has changed to where rap now, the style of rap that he's making, that is mainstream rap. So if anything, he's just making mainstream rap. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way Mac Miller was rapping over loops and samples and chops, that was hip hop at the time. You know what I'm saying? Eminem was rapping over that shit. That was that at the time. So Ian, to me, I don't view him as a culture vulture because he's making what hip hop is today. Like that is hip hop, like auto tunes, 808s. Like that's where rap is gone. And he's not acting like someone he's not. Like he's not pulling a riff raff or he's coming with braids and gold chains and grills
Not
in
too
his
much
mouth.
on
Like,
Riff Raff. Not too much on the legend, Jody High
hey,
Roller.
he's a legend. But you get what I'm saying though. Like, I mean, not Yeet. Ian.
Lil Mabu. Lil Mabu.
That's just a troll. You know what I'm
That well,
saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
that's just a rapper trolling. That's someone who got money and time and you know what I'm saying, and just decided to pick up a mic. But I think what Ian is doing, I think he cares about the game and yeah, I don't see him. He's just being himself, bro. He's being himself and he's making the music he grew up on. Like we grew up on Chief Keef and Cardi and all of that shit. Like those are their goats. Like how I view Drake and Wale and Cole and Kendrick is my goats. Like Chief Keef and all of them is their goats. So that's what they grew up on. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%. And you were on a lot of people's like artists to watch for list for 2025. Like, how did that feel to like start to get mentioned on those lists? So obviously, when people tweet like the underground rappers that be rapping, like when
Yeah.
they're like Chris Patrick, Suave, Marco Plus, Ben Riley, and all these guys and stuff like that, they're starting to
Hmm.
mention you in those tweets now. Samara Sin, and I can go down the list. Foggy Raw, Dolce, well, Dolce's now like big, but yeah, she used to be on those lists.
Yeah.
I guess just like how does it feel to kind of finally be mentioned in those lists? And like, I guess where do you see kind of like yourself? Like you said, you're preparing yourself for a big 2026, but where do you see yourself right now?
Well, my brother told me to start being more like Kobe and be less like LeBron. So I'm gonna just say I really feel like I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's all love to those guys. This is a competition-based sport, and every day when I'm lacing up, I'm lacing up to be the best, bro. I'm lacing up to get in that mode and show that like ultimately like this shit is not a fluke and I'm here to stay. So, for me being on those lists, like it's an honor. But the job is not done. There's so much more I gotta do. I try not to get too excited about the tweets, the DMs, the reposts, and all of that. But yeah, like I feel like I'm the best, bro. I feel like there's nobody that could out rap me at this point. I feel like I'm able to go head to head with the best of them, bro. And I'm gonna stand on that, and I think the work will continue to show and speak for me. But yeah, that's really how I feel.
Shout out to Will Hill as well. Everything like that. I checked him out for the first time at Atlanta Streetwear Market Fest, where
Legend.
he headlined. Cam the artisan performed over there as well. And then my guy from the East Side, the letter E, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So it was a dope lineup. First of all, shout out to Atlanta
yeah.
Streetwear Market, everything like that. But like with Will Hill, how was that entire process of working with him and putting that project together?
Man, Will is my brother, man. That's someone I've spent full days with. That's someone who we both been at our lowest and not wanted to rap, and I could pull up on him and he put me on game and put each other on game. And I think, working the on a project, it was beneficial for both of us. Like my audience is a lot of guys, his audience is a lot of women. We got to swap audiences for a bit. The process was easy. We sat down, we shot the cover, shot both videos that we dropped in the same day. And yeah, it's doing numbers. It's only been out a week. It's 4 records. We approaching 10,000 streams off of 4 records. And it's only been out a week. So I'm super happy with that. And yeah, man, that's my brother. That's one of the people I really consider a friend in this game, and someone that it's inspiring to see them grow. Like he's just hit 100,000 monthly listeners recently. Like, that's where I'm trying to get next. So, yeah, man, it's a joy always working with someone who respects the craft and puts in the time. His manager, Schoon, man, just super solid guy.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. Like I used to ask this question all the time to all the underground guys last year. I asked this to Ben Riley. I asked this to
Yeah,
the homie Cootie Breeze. Yeah, shout out to
yeah,
Alpha Records. Shout out Cootie Breeze, Mob County legend.
legend.
I asked this to Marco Plus. Who else did I ask? But pretty much everybody like in the Atlanta Underground last year. If you had
Mm-hmm.
to rank your 5 underground best Atlanta rappers right now, who would they be?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm gonna put myself number one. Number two, I'm gonna put Suave. Three, I go Will Hill. Four, I go J. And then five, man, who's number five? Who's
You want me
someone
to you want me
that's
to give you some names? Wait,
man,
Nassan don't count. First of all,
yeah, he
Nassan
ain't
don't
from
count.
he ain't
He
from
he
Atlanta.
he
Um,
got the whole Big Sean thing. He Detroit.
yeah.
I asked Nassan this, and he said, "Yeah, I don't count." So,
Yeah, number five, man, I'm gonna go Rob Olu. He's getting back into
oh
dropping music. For me, bro, it's like
yeah,
I only listen to my homies, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it's just I gotta name people that I genuinely rock with and I genuinely listen to. Like it's a lot of people I see, shit on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. But bro, like between all the music I'm making, when the homies drop. Other than that, I'm listening to like the real legends of this shit. So, it's hard for me to make a list, honestly, because like I can't even say that I've even given everybody the time. I did get put onto a white dude recently named Britton Rusher, I think is his name. I might be messing it up a little bit,
I'm gonna
but
look
he
him up.
was hard. I think he lives in Atlanta. He followed me recently, and I checked out his shit. Like his music was fire too. So definitely, yeah, for sure, him too. Like I liked what he was doing, and I think he lives in the A. I might be wrong though.
Shout out to Brit and Russia for sure. Then, yeah. I can't find him right now immediately, but I'll probably find him eventually. Run into his stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah, I got to give him a listen too. It's a lot. Like I was
yeah,
talking to Money Maya about this, and she was like, "Atlanta's gonna be Atlanta. We still gonna run this. We still going because New York was obviously making this push with
yeah,
Cash Cobain and the sexy drill movement and stuff like that. That kind of
mm-hmm,
really brought New York back for real, for real."
yeah,
And then West Coast, like after the entire beef, like Dot, he kind of like now be listening to AZ Chike. Like I ain't never heard of that joke. Chike, whatever his name is.
yeah,
I all due respect, salute. I don't want the members on me, but we listening to him. We listen to
yeah,
Peso. We all them dudes that he put on G and X that we ain't never heard before. So now the coast is having a moment. And so it's like it's a lot of area. Chicago, I feel like has like some of the best rappers in the world with Saba and No Name and
yeah, bro.
Mick Jenkins and
Yeah,
uh Warhol S is from Chicago too. So Lucky
mm-hmm.
from Chicago, Chance, Vic, you can go down the list and stuff. But Atlanta's really still holding it down, bro. It's a lot in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
it is, bro. You got Laser Dim and you got all these
Yeah.
new baby Kia and everything, like it's a lot of people that I see on the internet that are like making a lot of noise. So, man, like,
But it's a lot of rappers too. Like, because
yeah,
a lot of people they see who popping, like you said, the baby Kias and the baby drills and
yeah,
the laser dims and the obviously everybody in opium, homicide gang and Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely. People see those people, but it's like you also have like Kenny Mason and
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I'm saying, rappers,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just like
Well, you know, hey, it's a war on rap right now. You know, these
uh,
labels, they tired of losing money, bro. You know, they're tired of, investing in things that are ultimately, the person just sitting behind bars. So, real rap is making a comeback and is gonna continue to make a comeback, and we gonna see more and more. Like, if I gotta be the one to be on the forefront, Suave gotta be the one to be on the forefront, whoever it is, Will Hill, like, bro, we 10 toes deep, and yeah, you only gonna see more people pop up wanting to get back in that sound. We ain't had that since 2-9. That was the last time we really seen that. So yeah, man, it's about to make a comeback, and we gonna see more of it in Atlanta for
I,
sure.
I want to see y'all still like compete against each other too,
Yeah,
like I want to see you and Marco do something. I want to see you and Ben do something. I want to see, obviously you and Suave, especially like on the last couple projects and on this. Can I say that?
yeah, you could, bro, you could talk about whatever, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Suave, obviously y'all duking it out on this joint. Like I want to see y'all go like, yeah, like I want to see them ones in Atlanta. I want to see
yeah,
y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's really gonna be good for the culture. That's really gonna be good for the genre and the sport, and for people to know like everybody in Atlanta got, because it was like a song from Marco Plus when I first got put on some Skylar Diggins interlude. I was listening
mm-hmm.
to that for about 6 months before I realized he was from College Park. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
I thought he was just from
Yeah.
some random part of. Go ahead, DG.
No, I was just saying that's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot
Yeah,
of people don't know that a lot of these folks is from Atlanta because Atlanta got this lyrical movement. Because when you think of Atlanta, especially like new age hip hop Atlanta, you thinking all bum, 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 and it's not all that. Like it's like
yeah.
we got some real rappers here. Okay, all right, getting into the album now, man. Um, well, one of my first notes it was all the feature snap. You put me on to SKFL, SKUFL,
Scuffle, yeah. He
Scuffle.
changed his name though. The Knicks is called, his new name is Nick. What's going on? That's his new
Okay,
name.
okay.
But
Shout out to
Scuffle,
Nick. That's
yeah,
much
yeah,
easier to read.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, how did y'all connect?
Man, bro. He reached out to me, maybe 2023, bro. Suave was on tour. I was staying at Suave's house at the time when we first started working on this album. This was summer 2023. He pulled up to the crib and we knocked out that joint. And like, man, it was a long time because we made the beat from scratch. He made the beat with Thomas in person. And then I laid my verse down, and then Scuffle took about two hours to get his verse done, and we was up to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. The song was finally done, and man, it turned out dope. So that's one of the older songs that stayed throughout the process of me making the album, because it's changed 100 different times, but that was one of the ones that stayed.
Okay, okay, for sure, for sure. And then
Yup.
I wanted to say, like Always Sunny in Southampton, you kind of opened the album with a different flow that we really haven't heard from you. It was kind of like,
Yeah.
if I ever describe it, a frantic spoken word. It was organized
Yes.
chaos. And then we hear the flow again on What Happened to Pluto.
Yeah.
And it was something, I guess the closest thing to it that I've heard from you was Elephant in the Room, but it's
Yeah.
still different from that. I guess, just kind of like, where did that flow, that inspiration for that flow come from?
Man, what's crazy? It came from Elephant in the Room. That's when I realized I could even rap like that. And man, said it, you hit it right on the nose. Like, it's the spoken word flow, it's the spoken word DG flow. Like, when I get in that bag, um, it's really me just getting off hella words and rapping on a downbeat, or rapping on the opposite part of the beat that I'm supposed to be on. But it's one of those things that I think just sounds so dope and it's so ill, and it just really displays my my ability and just my craftsmanship, and just to be able to flow like that. I don't want to pull it out all the time, you know what I mean? But when I get into that bag, if you really listen to what I'm saying, I'm usually saying some deep shit when I'm in that bag. But yeah, it's definitely that, just that spoken word flow, that To Pimp a Butterfly inspired flow. You know what I mean? Definitely Kendrick inspired for sure.
Shout out Dot for sure. It's like, okay, I got a crazy take with this. I
Yeah.
feel like Well, first of all, shout out to Kendrick because he was definitely doing that on To Pimp a Butterfly. The more I think
For
about it,
sure. Yeah.
but like I think Blueface,
Yeah,
it's like
Blueface too.
I
Yeah.
think Blueface was ahead of his time.
Yeah. Blueface, Slimmy B from bro. It's a West Coast flow for sure. Like DJ Quick, you know what I'm saying? That shit is a West Coast flow. You feel me? All I'm doing is just taking a West Coast flow and rapping on some jazz, literally. You feel me?
No, 100%. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Earl Sweatshirt. Shout out to all those guys
Yeah,
over there. Shout out to the Mavis and stuff. Shout out Charlotte, everybody like that, Queen City. It's just like I don't know. It like those guys kind of opened my mind to it because when I first heard some rap songs, I was like, what? Like, what is this? Like, what are these
yeah,
beats? And then like it's just like it's like what I love now. I listen to that rap more than anything else. I listen to the mics and the all that kind of it was like,
yeah.
oh, and the flows are all over the place, but it's like it's beautiful,
It's
it's art. And I feel
yeah,
like you
bro.
have to do something different to stand out. Like
In that
what
drama. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When people talk about music is in a bad place, I was like, dog, like first of all, they say that for every generation, like every era. Oh, everybody's
come on.
copying each other. If you listen to 90s music, all the R&B sounds similar. You listen to 2000s music, all the R like it sounds like either beats were made by Timbaland or Pharrell.
Hmm.
Same thing every generation. And it's like my thing that I always point to is like you can't point to me a rapper that sounded like Caribou before Caribou Pop. Like
Yup.
now it's 1,000 caribous, there's 100 caribou. Like Georgiana is a caribou copy, copy paste. You know, it's like Anicia, like Anicia didn't really have too many. It was kind of people that kind of was in that realm,
Hmm.
but like Anicia really took it and made it her own. Now I hear 100 Anicias, and so it's just like it's just little things like that, bro. That I'm like, I really appreciate the new type of flows, and that's
Yeah.
why I really like I admire that flow that you opened with that too. Like, you know
It
what I'm
was
saying? You didn't
bold.
hide it in the album. You opened
Yeah.
with it after the opening
Yeah.
track.
That was the first song I made for the album, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that intro to me, it just was so powerful. I'm like, nah, that always sunny in Southampton is gotta stay and it's gotta lead. I gotta lead with that. You know what I mean?
I feel like all classic albums like kind of start off with like a long instrumental and things of that sort. Like when you think of Tyler's run from Flower Boy
Yeah.
all the way up to now, they all kind of open up with like just elongated band or
Yep.
instrumentals and stuff like that. And that's where you went with this. I guess this is more of a stupid question, but I have to ask it just to get your answer. Were you going for kind of I'm gonna ask it. Were you going for classic album like out the gate? Is like, all right, this got to be a classic. This got to have a classic feel. I'm gonna study classic albums, see how they're constructed, and that's how I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, man, bro. Like with this one right here, I had to play the game. I'm just, bro. I'm playing the game this time all the way. Like I'm playing the game. Like I want people to look at this and say it's a classic. Like talking like it's me and you. That album is my most streamed album. It's got over a million something plays. Like it's, and I started it with the instrumental with my pops talking. I ended it with instrumental with my best friend talking. So, for me, bro, like I wanted to go into with the mindset of, yeah, like this is a classic album. Like I need this shit to check off every box. I wanted to have every type of emotion. I wanted to have every type of feeling. I wanted to transition well. I wanted to make sense. I want the features to make sense. So yeah, I went into it not necessarily studying because I've done the studying, but I knew when I made this one it had to really be able to take me to that next bracket, and I feel like I accomplished that.
No, 100%. I agree. Like it's like I think great albums always when you sit down, it makes me feel like I'm in a movie. And Abby, by the way, just said DG is always on the classic no matter what with the prayer hand emojis. Shout
Yeah,
out to
man,
Abby H.
that's my sister right there,
Oh,
at this
shout out,
point.
sis,
Yeah.
man, shout out, sis
Not
for
not
sure.
not my literal sister, but you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like she's such a huge part of what I do and gives a lot of good support, feedback, works on a lot of projects with me behind the scenes. I hope, one day she gets the, just appreciation for her art that she deserves. Super talented artist, painter, all of that. So yeah, man, shout out Abby.
Oh, shout out Abby for sure. Abby sent some art or some show. I don't know. Give you a
Yeah,
shout out as well. Give you your
yeah,
flowers, things of that sort. Um,
yeah.
Man, okay, all right. So that the next note I have, you talk about rapping about God on one track, and then you sample the Clark sisters eventually in the album. I wanted to ask you about what particular time in your life led you to publicly turn to your faith so much.
Um, bro, I went to Christian school, kindergarten through eighth grade. So like from the time I was a child to like even now, bro, like God has always been a part of my life and my faith has always been a part of my life. I always rap about God. I always rap about religion. No, I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm not a gospel rapper. But if you listen to my music, I always rap about religion, bro, because I'm blessed. God has afforded me a great life. He's given me good, great talents, great people around me, people to love me. I made it through 29 years of life without too many scratches and scars. So, man, I'm always rap about God when I feel like it's fitting. I'm not gonna overdo it, but part of my job being on this earth is like, letting other people know that, God is alive and he's here. So if I could do that with my platform, even on a small scale, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a big proponent in believing in God, whether as God, Jesus Christ, Allah, whatever you believe in, like as long as you believe in something and you giving back that time, like I'm always supportive of that. And like I said, I'm gonna always put it in my music where I can without making it corny. You know what I mean?
And shout out to Foggy Raw. I feel like Foggy does an amazing job of doing that.
Yeah, for sure. He
Um,
does.
I wanted to ask you. This is a question that I asked Anicia before, and I want to ask you as a follow up to that. Uh, Being faith based and stuff like that, kind of faith based background, growing up in the Bible Belt in the South, going to Christian school in early age.
Yep.
Have you ever thought of making a Christian song or a Christian album at any point of your career?
No. Will never happen for me, personally.
I'm glad. See, you and Anicia answered this truthfully. I appreciate that so much. Continue the answer. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it'll never happen for me because at the end of the day, like I feel like what I talk about at the end of the day already helps people get through life, and I do mention God, and I don't wanna just my whole thing, be about that. You know what I'm saying? I think that what I do heals a lot of people and it helps a lot of people, telling them my personal stories that I go through. And I always want to continue to just tell my story, and God is a part of my story, so naturally He's gonna be in my music, but never will I just make a full Christian album or anything. If a Christian group approach me or the church approach me to like do like a one-off or like a song or write for someone, of course, I'm always down to do that. But I don't see myself doing a Kanye moment. You feel me? Yeah.
How do you because for me it's like I don't feel gypped because it's like we've seen Kanye in the light our entire lives pretty much. So I
Hmm.
don't feel gypped. I don't feel like, dang, you got me, Kanye. But it's like
Yeah.
a part of me is like still kind of disappointed every now and again when I think about it. But at the same time, it's like I also know like, I don't know the man personally, but we kind of have a good clue about his mental condition. Like, he's not always well and not always there. What was kind of like your reaction to that of him using God this time? He's used MAGA, he's used, controversy
Yeah.
before, but he's never used God as like one of his, I hate to say it, I'll just keep it real, gimmicks or whatever
Yeah,
of
you know what?
stuff.
I'm gonna go super biblical right here. It's a sin to judge. So we gotta be mindful of passing judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because only God really is the only person who can judge. But ultimately, man, Kanye, I wish him the best. I hate to see any of my legends that I grew up on, go through whatever they're going through. And I just pray for his safety, and I pray for his mental well-being, and most importantly, I pray for his kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones ultimately like who are going to be affected by this the most. So, I pray for the kids, and I pray that they're just protected and covered, man. Kanye is Kanye, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he makes any decisions without knowing the repercussions in the end. So, hey, words is powerful. That's how he wants to use his platform. He knows what comes with it. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. I do think, like you said, the stuff is powerful and everything like that. I will say, like, the brief kind of like encounter I did have with him was positive, and
Yeah,
like he was just very kind hearted, warm, everything like that. So I always have to kind of say that because it's like, I don't just want it to be like, Kanye, what are you doing? Like the rest of the world and stuff like that. And then like Ye
come
might
on.
see it and be like, bruh, what weren't you like, didn't I do this for
Yeah,
you? And then,
yeah.
like I'm like, my bad, Ye. And he's like, nah, and then I'm the next Drake or something like that, But
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely had to say that. So shout out to Ye, like you said, but like also continue to pray for him, keep him in your
Yup.
thoughts and everything like that, because like I don't think I'm here without Ye. I don't think you're at where you are without Ye and stuff like that, and his influence and
Yeah,
him
for
kind of
sure.
existing within hip hop. So
Yup.
like I definitely have to salute him for all he's done, but it's always a tricky situation. It's not an easy topic to like tackle. So
Yup.
it's complex. Um, by Brother for Life on the album, by the time I get to that track, I'm ready to improve my life and I'm motivated like Larry June. Like I'm looking around like I need to start working out, get my finances on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
real grown man music. Like you said, music that you would like, your future children and everything like that to listen to and really be inspired by and have like a positive male influence and stuff like that, father presence. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I guess just like when it comes to motivation, where does the inspiration for you inspiring others and motivating others, where does it come in for you?
Man, bro, just through real life experiences, bro. I think a lot of people sometimes in life tend to make me the villain in situations where I've been nothing but thorough. And I think a lot of times those situations cause me a lot of hurt. So then I put it in the music. And I think through me just expressing it and getting off my chest and just using, that music as therapy, I think in return it inspires people. I think I'm just taking my real life situations, whether good or the bad. I have a lot of good times, good times with my girlfriend, my brothers, my family, like everybody. Like I just try to take my life experiences and just put them into to song form ultimately, bro. You know what I mean? Just put them in a song form and hope that people listen and digest it for what it was intended for, which is really ultimately just me healing. And if other people could heal off of it, I'm happy. If not, they just listening for the beat and because my voice sound good, I'm happy for that too. But the inspiration just comes from living life, bro. Just the day to day, man. I have a crazy lifestyle that's never going to change. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate to do a lot of things a lot of people will never get to do in this lifetime. I don't say that like from a bragging standpoint, but just like me just being thankful.
Yeah,
And
from a
yeah,
place of
I just
gratitude.
yeah, place of gratitude. So I just take that, bro, and just man, I sit down and I put it in the music. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure. And then my last note was like round two and Clark Sisters are two of my early favorite joints on the project so far. What are your favorite? What is your favorite going into it and everything like that so far?
Man, I think the sky's the limit. The Clark sisters joint, I think that's dope. We just shot a video for that in New York in the middle of the projects. Like it's some real hip hop shit. Went somewhere a lot of people can't go. You know what I'm saying? And we shot an amazing video for that. And then man, I think the John Stockton joint was Suave. I mean, I think that's just like man, that's my brother. I really got a lot of love for him. We spent a lot of time together growing up and we've continued to have this relationship that we have. But man, I really think that that's just a special record. And I think it's just like a bomb is gonna go off when people hear it. When they hear that one, it's gonna be one of them ones. And then, what happened to Pluto. I think that what happened to Pluto is just it's powerful. I just that flow, the beat, everything. It's one of those ones, that'll probably be my top three.
Yeah. Shout out to Suave, man. He's been on a crazy tear ever since
Yes.
I'll meet the sun. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'll meet
Yup.
this. I'll meet the sun. Ever since then, he's been on a stupid run, and I feel like
Yup.
y'all are like my top four right now in Atlanta. You, Marco Plus, Ben Riley, and Suave. Like
Man, we
y'all,
appreciate that. For
Y'all
sure.
on different. Oh, and then if I had to give a top five, I'll take Tony at five. Tony at
Yeah.
five.
Oh shit. Damn. I'm tweaking. Yeah.
Tony be snapping because
Tony.
like
Hey.
people
Yeah.
overlook Tony because he do it on
Yeah.
trap beats and plug beats. He
Yeah.
really be talking. Like he
Yeah.
another one
Nah.
that like motivates you to get
Yeah.
money. Like y'all two,
For sure.
y'all motivate me the most probably in the Atlanta underground scene of just like
Appreciate.
get to it.
Yeah.
Like the same way like uh 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 Tyler, he just did a show in Atlanta. I missed it and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I'm out here in New Orleans. And he was saying 2 Chainz is in the crowd and he shouted out the the 2 Chainz Larry June joint. And it's like the
Mm-hmm.
feeling that I get whenever I listen to like that type of music, like grown man music and stuff like that. It's the same feeling I get listening to you. And
Man,
it's the same
appreciate it.
feeling like when I listen to Tony, I'm like, bro, I gotta get money. I gotta go hustle. I gotta go. Let me go live on YouTube. Whatever your trap is,
Yeah.
whatever what I'm saying your thing is, like that's the type of music. So I appreciate y'all for like just
Man.
making that stuff.
Thank you, bro.
Like yeah, but yeah, y'all probably y'all definitely like my top five of like rappers in Atlanta and stuff like that.
Yup. Yup.
Like favorite artists and stuff like I'd say it's pretty similar, but like I think Kara is like just my favorite artist, just because like I just like what she
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
fun, everything like that. I unique everything. I like the style, everything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
free Kara, by the way, free Kara for sure. Um, man, now I got through all my notes. I got some fun questions just to get
Yeah.
off my
Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
so like Atlanta's really small.
Yup.
It's a big city, but it get really small quick, especially the older you get. Like
Yeah.
I
For
remember
sure.
like I was at Nudi's event, Nudie album listening party, and I'm seeing people like you was connected to and stuff like that in the past that you introduced me to back in Cobb, like back in the day. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. I'm seeing them. Woo, woo. And I'm saying all this to lead up to this. Every time I'm on social media, oh boy, for sure. Salute to your lady. Salute to the old lady. Everything like that. And respect to the family. But
Yeah.
I'll say probably about 2-3 years ago. I'll say that. Cover
I already know where we're going.
please.
Yeah.
I see one of them ones right on social media. I be like, dang, and I see Atlanta in the bio every single time.
Mm.
It's a few folks. Ryan Harrell, there's a few folks that's
Yeah. Yeah.
always
Yeah.
there. DGU is always there, bro. I say he always on them, bro. He always on them, bro. He always on them.
Man, ultimately at the end of the day, like any woman I've ever followed on the gram or whatever, it's all like a lot of them just be my friends ultimately, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or like girls my homies have dated and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Atlanta is it's a small place, it really is a small place, and I think everybody knows everybody, but yeah, man. I mean, a lot of these chicks, man, ultimately, bro, they just really like my homegirls, just like homegirls that I know, friends, girls they dated, people that we grew up with, like damn, I went to Marietta, I went to Hillgrove, I went to private school. Like, I know a lot of people. My network really goes like really, really far. You know what I'm saying? So
But for sure, like in Cobb, it's like
yeah,
really small, especially like someone like you who went to
yeah,
multiple schools within Cobb. Like I
yeah,
just know folks from different schools in Cobb just from being at one school in Cobb. So I can imagine like, I'm
yeah.
looking at even the yeah, see, I gotta be careful with stuff. But I was looking at this one
Mm-hmm.
like this one viral clip or whatever that was going around and stuff like that about a
Mm-hmm.
particular Atlanta rapper this week. I'll leave it at that. And
Mm-hmm.
like I'm like, oh, that's a girl from Cobb. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
homegirl.
bro.
Like and then
Yeah.
like I'm looking at her lives and she got like thousands of people on the live and stuff talking to her, and she's like, yeah, it's my sister with her daughter. I said, she went to Marietta with us. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
like it's
bro.
just that stuff is always crazy. I want to ask
It's
you about to stay in
mm-hmm.
that lane, to stay in that ballpark, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
in your single days, like how did you move about? Okay, I shoot my shot and things of that sort. But like
Mm-hmm.
I found out, what I'm saying, my homie had some type of dealings with her in the past. How do you move with that?
Yeah, I mean, bro, within my friend group, we don't even get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we really try to be as honorable as possible. And I'm gonna continue to say honorable because like a lot of can I say niggas? Is that
Yeah,
cool?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
We
a
like
lot of
53 minutes in.
yeah, okay. A lot of niggas just ain't honorable, bro. Like we don't run the back door plays. We don't talk to each other's old shorties, none of that. Like we just don't even get down. That don't really happen within my circle to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So I really haven't had too many experiences with that, to be honest with you, for real, for real. If it were to happen with me again, you know, everything in this world is it's a conversation, bro. You know, it's a conversation. If you could go to someone face to face, one on one, and talk to someone, and you know, really express how you feeling, and come to a mutual, okay, this is cool. That's one thing. But if you just being sneaky, bro, being sneaky and as a man, that's just not an honorable thing to do, and it's not a good trait to have. You feel me? So that I've never really had to deal with that, but I've seen it tear apart other friendships. You feel me? So I just try to stray away from that for real, ultimately.
No, I'm saying like not even like intentionally, like because in a lot of
Yeah,
cases, like for me, it'll be like, say your homie like you used to text her or talk to her,
yeah,
like they never got official, so you know you never had the formal introduction that you kicked back, and you
yeah,
knew that was
yeah,
him. It was just like a situation of, you know, I used to talk to her, da, 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 da. You
yeah,
know, the
yeah,
girl I used to say that was her. Oh, I didn't know, my bad. Like it was a situation this week with Lauren LaRosa at Breakfast Club. I'm talking about Lauren
yeah,
LaRosa on Breakfast Club on YouTube. My boy texted me. He said, you know that so and so sister. I said, is this so and so sister? Is this girl
yeah,
from Delaware? But like, you know,
bro.
homie down there, Marietta or whatever, woo, woo, that's his sister the whole time.
Man, the internet is powerful, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could get to whoever you want to get to, and it's just like, bro, ultimately, you know, again, if I did come across a situation like that, bro, you know, I'm gonna ride with the bros 10 out of 10 times. Like
100%.
I'm gonna just be like, hey man, look, I'm sorry. I'm like, woo, like I can't even do that, you know, and I would hope that, you know, my bros would have the same respect if something like that ever had happened to me. But, you know, definitely, bro. You know, like I said, man, we gotta just be honorable as men and just understand that, like, if your homie used to talk to her, you probably shouldn't be
You
talking to
should
her
just drop
because
it.
yeah, all of that like pillow talking and gossipy type stuff that be happening is just not worth it. And I've seen a lot of friendships mess up because dudes will come into a situation like you just named and still pursue it after they know. And that to me is just like that's when things just get messy. You feel me?
This happened to me in a church. Oh my
Oh, in
god.
the church, hey, in the church, that's
I'm
when you
like,
gotta just,
I'm like 19.
yeah,
I'm like probably 20, 21, something like that. I seen
yeah,
bro pull up to the youth service. I said, hold on. I said, this dude, he talking about, hey, bro, like I rock with the new stuff, everything like that. A month before, he like, you keep doing your thing. Then popped up with my girl, and then like they holding hands at the youth service. And then his
yeah,
ex looking at me like, do you see this? We had a whole conversation. It was in the church.
hey,
That's when I
yeah.
learned. I learned early on, code is a dirty game. It's a
Yeah,
cold world.
bro. And that's why, you know, I gotta just say, bro, like the woman, the lady I date, Jamai, you know, the beautiful, my best friend, all of that, like, bro, she's just so solid. Like I just would never have to worry about none of that type of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? And it really ultimately, bro, it's about just knowing like what you're dealing with. You know, a lot of guys, they allow themselves to be deceived and vice versa. A lot of women allow themselves to be deceived. Like if someone is able to even do that, like they weren't the person for you to be with to begin with. You feel me?
And you know, obviously, without being said, like we never spoke
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, exactly. And
But it was like,
you
go
kept
ahead,
it
DG.
nah, you kept it P, you kept it real gangster because that's how you supposed to move at like in them type of situations. You see, oh, that's what's going on over there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be Rashad over here. You feel me? Like,
Not about to
you
fight, bro,
know,
at the church.
yeah, like come on, bro. Like you
it,
damn heathens. You feel
it
me?
just doesn't matter. It's like you gonna
Yeah.
okay, we fight in the parking lot. First of all, that's crazy in the church parking lot. Second, what's gonna happen after the fight? He gonna get back in the car with her. They gonna go home like.
Yeah, exactly.
If she goes, she go. It is what it is. She was never
Madness.
mine to begin with. It is what it
Yup.
happens to the best of us. You know, like you say, you don't know who you're dealing with. Woo, woo. But anyways, next thing I want to ask you about how'd you feel on Family Matters when Drake was talking about Rocky and he said people don't even talk about your music, they just talk about your fit again. Cause you are a guy, you a fashion dude, you know what I'm saying? You very passionate about your fits and things of that sort.
Yep.
Clean photos, everything like that, clean posts. But like, how'd you feel when you heard that type of this?
Hey man, shit, until that album come out from Rocky, I mean, shit, we don't really know. I don't know. Like, you feel me? Like right now, I guess I gotta say, I'm riding with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, it's like Rocky, man, just drop some music, bro. Like, give us something new. You know what I mean? Like, those are two of my most, my favorite artists of all time, and they're artists I'm very influenced by. But yeah, Drake got him, man. He got him. That's some shit that's gonna live with him for the rest of his life. And like that's what I love about Drake's pen is like his ability to say things that like that's just gonna live on for forever. It's always gonna be a meme. Every time Rocky drops the rest of his life, like that's gonna be a meme. And to me, that shows when your pen is really great and you like are great at your craft and you're a great diss song when something lives with someone else. Like that, not like us is gonna live with Drake for forever, but that when Rocky dropped, the shit gonna be mid again. That shit gonna live with Rocky forever. And Drake did his job, man. That's what he came to do. When you throw shots at niggas through the music, you got to be ready to get hit with whatever come your way. Like Rocky, he threw his shots. He hopped on that Future album, and Drake hit him in the chest with a sawed off shotgun. You feel me? Part of the game
I think in any other, like in 99% of rap battles, Family Matters ends a rap battle and it wins. I think
for
that's
sure.
what makes Kendrick that even just crazier. The fact that he still won after a song like that, because that was an amazing song. It was a good song.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was a lot of money on the line. So, I think that they both gave their best shots. And looking back on it, I think if Drake could do it all over again, I think he would have took Kendrick serious out the gate. I think he didn't take him as serious, and that was his ass ultimately. You feel
Well,
me?
what do you think was the biggest mistake? Was it Taylor made?
Nah, I don't even think Taylor made was the biggest mistake. I think the biggest mistake Drake made was when he fucking dropped Family Matters. Kendrick dropped Beat the Grams the same
Yeah.
night, and
Hmm.
he hit him with Not Like Us the next night. I think Drake should have had like Family Matters shouldn't have been his bomb. Like he should have had some other shit like ready to go. And I think this shit is never gonna end, bro. Like them niggas is gonna keep going at it. And like the thing is, Drake is back up now. Like Nokia back on the charts, like doing numbers. It's on Billboard challenging for the number one spot. Like Drake is fine, but he better come with it on his next album. Like you gave niggas the singy shit with Party Next Door, bro. Get in your rap bag now, bro. I need to see you like really show like everyone like, all right, cool. Like all that shit last summer was fun, but like at the end of the day, like I'm still here. You feel me?
He gave Joe Budden an entire EP. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was like Drake's
Yeah.
best joint.
m-
Nobody talked, like people didn't really talk about it that much. Like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Me too. Me
this was
too.
like Drake's best thing in like years, and no one's talking
Yeah.
about it. Scary Hours 3 was crazy, insane.
No, it was crazy. Even the shit he did for LeBron, the fighting Irish
Oh yeah.
freestyle, like that shit was fucking foolish, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole record was just ridiculous, bro. For real. So yeah, Drake better just come with it, man. This shit ain't over, man. Hey, you got to keep your chin up, keep moving in this game, bro. You can't let niggas see you down, bro. You feel me?
You've had a couple like spars yourself, like I said the last interview. You had to spar with with like the store owner and
Yeah,
everything like that and stuff like
yeah.
that. Just like what's your mindset when you really, what I'm saying, got to send shots and do what you got to do.
I'm sorry. LeBron just went at the buzzer. Lakers
LeBron
got
just
butt
went
out
at the
in there.
butt. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Tap in at the buzzer. I just got the notification.
Oh
But
my gosh. All right.
when it comes to this sparring shit, bro, ultimately, if I'm ever throwing shots or jabs at niggas in the music, bro, it's this shit you gotta be willing to stand on, bro. And I think it's a part of rap. It's always gonna be a part of our history. Just showing who's the best, who can be competitive, who can, use these words to really show that they're better than the next man. It's a part of the game. I don't think I'm a ever drop and it not be little shit, in there, little subliminals. Like, it is what it is, and it's for who it's for, ultimately. But it's part of the game. It's how I vent, it's how I get through my life. And if I ever get to that point where I gotta throw a shot, it's something that's deeply affecting me. It's something that I tried to talk out with that person or work out with that person, and it didn't go the way I wanted, so I had to take it to the music. And from there, you rap, I rap, whoever it is, it's like, bro, let's get down. It's all about being the best sport. You know what I mean?
I felt that that's the nature of the sport. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Like you say, you looked up to we came up in the time of Wale and a Cole. I guess just wrapping up now, the last couple things, 'cause, I'll let you get
Hmm.
out of here for the night. Um, just what did you think of kind of Cole's decision, and then not even his decision to drop out, but like him kind of like doubling down on it with the San Antonio joint, everything like that. Just how'd you feel about that?
In a moment, I thought it was weak because it's just like once you jump off the porch, but that's part of being a man. Being a man is realize, you know what, maybe I tripped out, I tweaked out, and like I had second thoughts and opinions. So in the moment, yeah, I thought it was weak. It's like, you came off a tour with Drake, y'all dropped these records, y'all got into this shit together. The whole shit stemmed from, a song y'all made together. And I thought it was weak. But at the end of the day, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes and what conversations they have behind the scenes. I think that he probably had some convos with some people and he realized, you know what, bro, like that's not where my heart is. And like, if that's not where your heart is, then like, yeah, like I'm okay with someone making a decision for the betterment of themselves or the betterment of a relationship. And what everything is information. Sometimes you get information you didn't have originally that changes your thought process going into things. Like I said, I used to be ashamed of some of the old music I made. But that was at the time. Now I know when I know now, I wouldn't do that. So, it is what it is, man. I would love to have seen it be that way with like Drake and Cole versus everybody. I think that would have been ill for the sport that we're in. And like I said, bro, I don't think none of this shit is done. I think it'll get revisited at some point again because I think all parties involved in that big three, I think they all have unsettled business. I think Kendrick kind of has some things that are unsettled, and I think Drake has some things he's got to prove, and Cole's got to show, hey, I'm not just the third best out of this group, like I'm here with you guys. So I'm excited for the future of rap. I'm excited for the summer, and yeah, I hope these guys engage with each other again. You feel me?
This definitely ain't the end. Tour Grand National Tour starts like next month. Like they're in
Yeah,
Atlanta, like in April, right? They're in
yeah,
Atlanta.
yep.
So it's like it's definitely not the end. Um, you know, they've been going since we were 18. Like I just turned 30, so it's like it's crazy. Like I went from a teenager to like grown. I went to unk status,
Yeah.
everything like that, and they still throwing shots at each other in these songs. Like in Nokia, Drake is throwing shots at Kendrick again. So it's like
Man, it's
it's
always
back
going
to
it's
back.
always going to be shots, man. So I had a song where I was like, I ain't patching it up. I'm basking in the hate. Sometimes, bro, as ungodly as that may be, sometimes you got to bask in that hate because it's like it's going to only make you better in this sport. This is not a friendly type of game that we're in. This is some shit that like, bro, ultimately sometimes you got to bask in the hate and it's going to make you better. You know what I mean? And I think those guys really have a level of distaste towards each other, and I think it just makes them better, bro. It's better for the sport when everyone ain't friends, and and wants the crown ultimately. You feel me?
Women's basketball, Caitlin
Come
Clark
on.
injuries,
Yeah, come
next
on.
level. After that,
Yeah.
Tyler sent shots at Cole, and no one's talking about it. Like
Yeah, I missed that one.
it was on Chromacopia, is on the last track. He said,
I gotta go back and listen.
if you apologize, what you shoot for, pew pew. And yeah, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
see.
Just you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And Gambino had a whole track like this in Drake
Yeah,
last year.
that shit was corny. That Gambino
You
shit,
thought
like,
it was
bro, just
corny?
yeah, it was corny because it's just like, bro, just a like, I don't know, bro. I'm just like certain niggas just let the kings of this game have that moment. You feel me?
But
Like,
him and Drake been going back and forth for years. Like I would get it if like
yeah,
Gambino came out of nowhere with it, but they've been going back and forth with it for years. Like,
But you know, when they having that moment, just let the Kings have that moment. Like Ross jumping in was corny. All these, and I love Ross. Ross is
yeah,
one of
yeah,
my
yeah,
top
yeah,
five
for sure.
influences. But it's just like, bro, just let the Kings go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like let that be what it's going to be. And like all these other people trying to get their jabs. It's like if I'm getting jumped and like you come kick me in the thigh, but you would never square up with me one on one. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
they
that
have
don't.
been going one on one. That's the thing about Gambino, like
Yeah.
because this is
Okay,
America.
I
Like
get what
this
you're
goes
saying.
back to like dang
This is America.
2014.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it, it was like it was 2014. Gambino was on. Well, no. It go back to 2011 actually.
Hmm.
Gambino said something in Bonfire where he said, "I don't talk soft." That's that other guy. Da 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 in Bonfire. And then Drake came back. They released the same day.
Hmm.
He released Take Care the same day Gambino released Camp. And he said, "Oh, hon, you a funny guy. Don't make me Kevin Hart, boy." That was shots at Gambino. And they come
Okay,
back a
see.
couple years later. Gambino go 2014. I'm better than Drake. I act better. I rap better. Da, 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 da. Then Drake comes back on if you're reading this, it's too late, 2015. And what did he say? He said in 2015, he said screaming my name on world stages, she's so childish. Gambino come back with This Is
All
America.
right, all right,
He
all right.
say it was originally a Drake diss. Then Drake
Okay,
come back
okay.
and say, oh, This America overrated. He go on Travis Scott album Utopia. He say, claim you will love this American, but really you're scared of this. Like that.
Yeah,
That
okay.
whole thing was, and then so
I see
Gambino
the
came
back and
back with
forth
him
now.
using the flow that Drake used on Travis Scott. It's crazy. Like those are two of the things that nobody's talking about right now in rap that I'm just looking at. Like nobody's talking about Tyler shooting at Cole, and no one's talking about Gambino and Drake going back and forth for like 15 years now. So yeah,
Yep.
some different stuff. But yeah, Daylan, we appreciate the time so much. Thank you for
My
stopping by
brother.
and giving us our time. Please don't call me, man. What are you talking about? What are you looking at for the release date?
First single, April 11th. Album will be out in May. Yeah, first single, April 11th, man. We went up to New York, shot the video, YL, 100 Floors Up. That's the first single. And yeah, whole album be out in May at some point. But album of the year, I'm standing on that. And you know, this is just the excuse me, the first step into this new chapter, this new world I'm about to bring y'all into, man. You know, I already took it up a notch. We're gonna take it up a whole nother one with this. Please don't call me. Like I said, album of the year for the underground. Won't be a better rap project out of Atlanta. It's gonna come out this year. I'm stamping that. You know what I'm saying? Please don't call me on the way.
Daylan Gideon calling it. Like I said, he one of my top 5 right now lyricists in Atlanta, rappers in Atlanta, and things of that sort. So I appreciate the time as always. We go back. So for you to be the first artist on stream scheduled and to be the first artist that I had when I first got my camera in like 2015, 2016, full circle
Yep,
moment. I appreciate it, brother.
man. Appreciate you, brother. Be safe, bro.
All right. Until next time, as always, I'm Rashad Milligan. Please take care of yourself.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
Yeah,
Brandon,
we
you want one
can't
quick question?
ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.